Are you having fun? Are you taking things seriously? Are you needing things to be a certain way in order for you to feel good? Well, you'll notice that when you're having fun, you're in a state of being we call love. And in that state of being, you are attractive to inspiration and intuition and more fun and the friends and opportunities and experiences that will gel together to give you the greatest possible experience. However, since you're so serious and you wish things that were different than they are, and you're complaining about this and that, and if only things would work out, then you would feel good. Well, of course, that's perceiving that the outside conditions can make you feel something. That's perceiving yourself to be a victim. And whenever you notice yourself asking or wishing or hoping or praying that things are different than they are, realize you're just in resistance to whatever's happening around you. Now, the universe knows exactly what you want. Maybe not what you think you want from your current perspective, but what you truly want, your pre birth intentions. You intended to have a massive shift in perspective in one lifetime. If you're on this call now or listening at a later date, this is a primary intention. And to do this in joy. Fun is joy. Seeing yourself as the creator of your reality is joy. Anything you look at from the higher perspective is looking at it from a state of joy. Joy is the higher perspective, and any emotion, any feeling, any thought, any belief system that aligns with that higher perspective, whatever it may be, is a state of joy. In that state of joy, everything you want comes to you, but you cannot see how it's going to come. It may need to come through you having a manifestation event so that you discover limiting belief and process that limiting belief to raise your own perspective, to see things differently, to shift out of that level of victimhood, to be the vibrational equivalent to what you truly want. And so if things seem as if they're not working out for you, realize that they are. They have to be. There is no other possibility. And if you look at things from that perspective, that things have to be working out for you, and that you generally can't see it, but you can trust that they are working out for you. You see, you've all managed to get yourselves here. And every single thing you thought was wrong or bad, previous to where you are now, happened so that you could be here now. You're among the highest perspectives on the planet. If you can understand these words, there's the proof. And for you to be anywhere else, given the intentions that you set prior to your birth, would be not as elegant as it is now. From here, anything's possible. Because as you realize it's all about perspective, you can realize that in any situation, things are popping up to show you your perspective. If you're feeling like a victim in a certain event or moment in time, you can know that there's a limiting belief blocking your ascension to higher perspectives. And you have the tools now to adjust that belief system. You very much want to know where you're limiting yourself, since you're a limitless being. And these events come to point out those areas of your life where you are thinking of yourself from a limited perspective, from the perspective of a victim who perceives that outside conditions can make you feel something. When you bump up against anything, any little thing, even a thought, you can do the work to process whatever limiting belief you discover. If you discover a limiting belief, that's something you can work on. If you need to identify the core limiting belief, just realize the core limiting belief is always going to be with you in some form. I am not the creator of my reality. I'm the victim to this reality. That is within each and every one of you, every human who's ever lived. But realizing that gives you a leg up, gives you a little advantage. No, you cannot remove that limiting belief. Once anything's attracted to you, it's attracted to you forever. That is the power of the law of attraction. There is no way to take anything from you and cast it off. You would not want to do that. Now, if you can understand that concept from the higher perspective, that everything you have attracted in this lifetime, everything you've attracted in past lifetimes, everything you will ever attract is wanted from the highest perspective because it adds to the overall expansion of who you truly are. Essentially, you are attracting everything and nothing and everything in between. Essentially, the more you attract, the more you expand. And so anything you think you might like to discard from yourself is not necessary. A limiting belief is only limiting if it limits you from acting on inspiration. Otherwise, it's not limiting. So you can attract all the limiting beliefs you want, but if they no longer have the power to limit you, they are no longer limiting beliefs. That means you have the power to take action anytime you're inspired to do anything. And to also notice the fear that pops up and to realize there'll always be a little hesitation. There'll always be a little doubt. There always will be a little fear preventing you from moving forward. But that fear is nothing compared to the power of who you are. So realize how powerful you are. You are limitless, magnificent, eternal beings of pure positive love and acceptance, attracting to you everything that comes, wanting all the expansion that's evolved in this incredible lifetime and experience in this reality. You all very much wanted to be here. You knew coming in it was going to be a thrill ride, and you knew you had the power to overcome the fear. The fear is born out of the illusion of separation. Therefore, the fear is always an illusion too. And everything you truly want is on the other side of your fears. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about.